Yeah, sorry for the abrupt ending, but yeah, back to what I was saying about this. This one was, yeah, this is like just brain rot. There's like a just pure brain rot page, but yeah, like this opium, and then Perk Nowitzki, Perk 30, and Lean I Trust, I Can't Be Trusted, etc., etc. But yeah, that one's, I like that. Personally, I like this page. It's kind of like brain rot, but it's cool. And then let me scoot this over. But yeah, that one is just like I think I use like K-pop or Korean like models or like influencers or whatever as references for this one. It's kind of bland, but you know, it's whatever. Yeah, this one I tried to like use pen. I'm trying to like experiment more, but it didn't really work out. Just like random sketches. And then this, yeah. This one's, it's all right. Then with this, again, like I'm trying to like experiment, draw like full body and stuff. This is supposed to be a phone, but I messed up and made it like tiny. But yeah, and then this, as you can see, again, like I draw like a lot of girls, but because for me, I find guys easier to draw. But yeah, and then this one, this was the girl from Fully Cooley, but I haven't really watched anime. I just know the characters, like the guy, the kid, and then the girl and the girl with the guitar and stuff. I forgot. I think this is the one that smokes. I don't know their names. I forgot. But yeah, I drew this like a while ago. And this page is like empty. I don't know why. And then yeah, this is like I try to draw some more action scenes and stuff. There's this. I think I try to like use what's her name, Harley Quinn, as a reference for this girl. And then this, and then it's all right. And then just try to practice eyes. Yeah, as you see, this is like mainly chainsaw based. Like this is, damn, I haven't read Chainsaw Man in a minute. I forgot her name. One of the four, I forgot her name. The main girl, Asa. Let's go Benny. And that's, I think, Himeno. And then that's Power. And then I forgot who this was. I don't know. And then we got some girls with glasses and stuff. Then this is where I try to experiment more with like shading and like different, like just getting more detail with this stuff, because before it was just like kind of bland. And then this, it's like the first page where just strictly dudes that I drew. So this dude has like a shiesty, this dude has the dreads. Forgot who I referenced for that. I try to like use Deku as a reference, or some Kai or whatever. And this is supposed to be blood, but that didn't really come out well, I guess. And then this is supposed to be Yukiura coming out of the Garganta. If you watch Bleach, then you kind of get this reference, or yeah, for the drawing and whatever. But yeah, so that looks like. But yeah, you can ignore that. That was just like a BS drawing. And then this is another drawing. I think this is around the stage where I kind of felt like my drawings were being repetitive. Like every day I would just draw something, it would just end up being the same thing. Like it wasn't anything new. So it kind of felt boring. Like I would just draw faces and just draw whatever. And I think they're kind of decent, but it's just like, it didn't really, you know. So I try to draw like different things other than like people. Like try drawing a cat and then like whatever that was. That's like a Japanese mascot or whatever. But yeah. kind of realizing this stuff is like just like a video diary of like me reviewing my sketches and stuff. Cause I never really sat down. I looked at my sketches and stuff, but just kind of skimmed through. I never really sat down and thought about like what I did with them in the process. But it is supposed to be Stein from Soul Eater. And then, yeah, this is one like the first, as you can see, like between this one and then this one, this is where like I changed pens. So some of the pens, I would run out of ink and I would change them. But this one is where I started experimenting with like a different pen. And the difference between like something like this, like more ink, versus like ballpoint is like ballpoint, you can like, it's like closer to like a pencil where you can kind of sketch out what you want and then go over again with the line art. But with ballpoint, I mean a ballpoint with like ink pen kind of, is more like, you know, it's like first try type thing. Anyways, back to the sketchbook. Yeah, Stein. And then Anatomy. Someone told me to draw like just anatomy page, so I just drew like an anatomy page. So for this one, you can kind of see this is his eyes. And then, you know, stuff. And that doesn't really look like him, but I tried. It was a weird scene that I drew. But yeah, that's like an anatomy page. Let me bring this over a little bit. But yeah, I tried experimenting on more colors. This came out terrible, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I don't know what to say about that. The thing about drawing is, I think the thing that's really true is like, the things you draw that you don't really expect much out of, they come out low-key better than the stuff you really do try. Cause I remember looking over some of these, I truly remember like drawing at some of these, and then I kind of like BS. I kind of just drew it just to draw, just to, like as a warm up, and it actually came out pretty good. And then stuff I like actually tried to like be meticulous. Is that the right word? Be particular about, and then it didn't really come out as I thought it would. But anyways, but yeah, it's just some like girls in a raincoat. It's like a chibi mini. I don't know. It's like a kid, or I don't know what that is, or person is. But yeah, there's that. I tried to draw more pen. This came out terrible. So, but it's never bad to experiment. And this drawing, I don't know why I left it blank. I think I was gonna do something with it, but I didn't really end up doing anything. And then, yeah, I tried to work on more expressions and like different colors and stuff. There's that page, and then there's that. Yeah. And then I tried to draw Kaneki. I kind of like messed up a little, so it doesn't really like him at all. But and then I drew like a cat girl, and then some dude who looks like it could be in like a random anime. And then I drew Death the Kid, but this didn't really come out as well. Kind of looks kind of weird, but it's like, I guess it's passable. I was using a fan art reference of Death the Kid as my reference, so that's why it kind of looks way more different. When I draw characters, I kind of draw them like different from how they would look, but you can still see the features. Like for example, you can tell this is Death the Kid because, well, I hope so, because the hair, and like obviously he has a very unique hairstyle, the gun, the like kind of like aesthetic dark goth and like skull and death and stuff. But yeah, more BS. Yeah, there's more like experimenting and stuff like that. This is when I tried to use like colored pencils and then go over with like ink. That really didn't go too well. I tried. I seen other people do it on like YouTube and stuff, and like people who do it like draw in general. That didn't really work out for me. was kind of like trying it out. It just didn't feel right. That's probably the best it came out, but because I used red colored pencil for this one and just black ink, but it still didn't come out as exactly how I wanted, but it still came out decent. But I just kind of stopped, and then just, as you'll see later, I just went on to like ballpoint, and like just, I feel like I like drawing with that better. But yeah, I forgot what this reference was. I think I just referenced a girl and then just used like for like the centipede and stuff, Kaneki, like his aesthetic, and just put it on her. And this dude's like, I don't know, it's like a snowstorm or whatever. See that, and then that. But yeah, I might use that as like a thumbnail or something. Okay, I can go with that. Yeah, more fails with this. Nothing really special to look at for this one. For this one, I started drawing like sticky notes and stuff. So about this black star, if you can see it, just a random girl reference. Another sticky note, and there goes my EC again. But anyways, just that. And then another sticky note and stuff. That. And then yeah, just random BS. Nothing really special to look at for this one. More random BS. This is like a reference of like one of the girls from Fully Cooley again. But yeah, for pencil, it doesn't really work well in this book, the sketchbook, because it's like the material. It's kind of like, it's kind of weird. So that's why I don't want to draw on pencil like that. Then we got this. Another random girls. I try to draw them like different styles and stuff, like aesthetics and stuff like that. But yeah. And then this is like another reference to like the girls in Fully Cooley. Fully Cooley has a really good aesthetic. I think a lot of people who watch or know about it know that Fully Cooley has a good aesthetic. But yeah. Then for this one, I didn't finish inking this one. It's supposed to be like a girl's like neck, shoulder area, like right here, and then like eye. But yeah, this is Kaneki, and then Eto. From both of them are from Tokyo Ghoul. It didn't really come out as great as I wanted. The lines, it's clean because I think the ink. I think this paper is just really weird, so the ink and stuff doesn't really come out as clear. And then that's when I tried inking again. It came out decent, but yeah. And then this is more Naruto, so that's Gaara, but my own style. That's Orochimaru. It was like back in the Shonen exams arc. You can see there's a scene where he does that with the eye thing, so I kind of drew that as a reference. And then Rock Lee. But yeah. This is really nothing special. This is like more fails and more attempts of me trying to. This is me transitioning into my phase of ballpoint pen. The pens that, like, you know. I don't know if I'm describing it right. There's ink pens and then there's just ballpoint pens. The pens you can just like, kind of similar to pencils in a way, but obviously they're pens, so they're permanent. So there's like less room for error compared to a pencil. As you can see, it's like not really good. I was kind of just experimenting and getting used to it. And then I kind of started getting the hang of it. My problem when it came to sketching in general is just like I sketch when I draw and like draw my lines. Like for example, my like guidelines or like just like, you know, sketching out just something basic. I press too hard, so and I kind of like, when I got the hang of it is when I started going lighter on my pen strokes, and just kind of like, as more, the further I get into details and like the line art, that's when I started like pressing harder on the pen and for it to have like clear lines. So that's when like I started getting the hang of it. So that's why I had to learn how to be like more patient and trusting the process of how like something comes out in terms of drawing and art and stuff. So there's that. It's just like wearing like a beanie, but you can't really, it's kind of weird, you can't really see it that clearly. But yeah, there's that. This video's something long again. Hopefully I make this is just only 2 parts. I try to draw more full body or half body poses. There's that. And then try to branch out more on my like character design and stuff. My goal is always to like draw, like, is to be able to draw any ethnicity, any race, any like gender, face, any like, you know, variety of people, hairstyles and stuff. So as you can see, like a lot of them, all these drawings, guy or girl, they're more straight here. That's not because like, you know, I want to draw straight hair only people, but like it's just that what I'm used to, and like it's the easiest. So once I started getting more comfortable and stuff, I love like drawing like other people's hairstyles. Wavy hair and like layered hair are really hard to draw for me, so I'm still gotta focus on that and work on that. But as far as like dreads and stuff, I'm getting like the hang of it. But yeah, that's one of the like, goals I wanted to draw, like just draw like dreads and different hairstyles and stuff. Because my hairstyle is kind of, it's not dreads, but it's kind of similar, it's getting there. But yeah, that's something I always wanted to draw, so like it came out pretty good to me. And then this like Halo cat girl. But yeah, this page is when like I kind of just started getting the hang of it, and I was like, okay, I think I kind of like ballpoint pen drawings. And then another page. This one's more ballpoint pen. This is more like ink pen. So yeah, I don't know why I love perks. Actually, I think I know why. I think just because like just make it different. These pages, collage pages, different. When I draw like pages and I don't know what else to like put, I'll just put like BS, like just brain rot BS. But yeah. Another thing, I think I'm just, for as far as like, well, let me talk about this first, but this is, I don't know what I really reference, but yeah, this is more not ballpoint, ink pen. So see that as well. But yeah. I think for me, one thing I'm surprisingly like good at or decent at is hands. I see a lot of these, like the hands are definitely not perfect at all whatsoever, but they're definitely like, you know, decent and passable. And I've only practiced like drawing hands, like I could probably count like only on one hand like how many times I've just focused on drawing strictly hands. It's probably been like 3 times in my entire life. Because for me, I think a lot of people struggle with hands. Even like really talented artists, people who draw and stuff like that, I realized that their hands are not really all that good. I mean, not as good as like everything else they draw. But as for me, as for someone who doesn't really draw like at all, like practice at all, I just kind of freestyle it. I just naturally have a grasp of how like hands and kind of feet too, like how they're supposed to be drawn. But some people really kind of have trouble with that. I think some people, when it comes to drawing, some people are just better at drawing certain things than others. Like as for hair, I've drawn hair so many times, but I suck when it comes to drawing hair. But that's one thing I struggle on. But anyways, headphones. There's supposed to be a reference from, I think a girl from a video game. I haven't the picture saved on my phone because it's like a aesthetic thing, but I couldn't use that as a reference. She's supposed to be on like a helicopter, and they have those headphones and whatever. But yeah, there's that. and then kind of just draw like in green pen. Yeah. So these hands, like, they're pretty like decent, and it's because I don't know, I just have a knack for drawing like hands. I do definitely need to practice, obviously, more. But as for someone who doesn't practice hands at all, I think I do like a decent job, surprisingly to me. But yeah, eyes, shading. Whenever I go to like different ink, like completely different ink, that's when I like to really experiment and stuff. There's more of this. Let's see. Okay, there you go. Wait, hold on. Okay. But yeah, more green ink. I'm trying to get a knack of like different shading and like how different lighting and like shadows hit the face and stuff. So yeah, like got stuff like that. Some of these I reference like female superheroes. But yeah. And then there's more kind of like anatomy or poses practice and stuff. These as far as all these green pages, I think I drew in one day, which is probably like the most I've drawn, most pages I've drawn in a minute. I don't know about anybody else who draws, but like for me, the max I can draw, like pages wise, and like I can probably draw that for like a couple hours, like 4 hours max, and like maybe like 4 pages max a day, like, and then I just kind of just tire out. But yeah, more poses. I'm trying to work on dynamic poses. My goal, my dream in terms of drawing and like my goals is showing like more dynamic poses and stuff. So anything like what's it called? Not foreshadowing. Different poses from different angles. I forgot. Foreshortening. To be really good at that, yeah. So that one's like a decent pose. These are more experimental, so they're not really that good, but that one came out pretty decent. And then more poses and stuff. But yeah, I kind of like a lot of like female poses because I think they're very like, I don't know how to say it, like aesthetically pleasing and stuff. So feminine poses and stuff like that. I think they're pretty aesthetic. Like if I were to make a comic or like manga or something, I would definitely draw like my characters in like different like various poses and stuff. This one drew red ink. Yeah, it's a red and green. And then it's more BS. This one I use a kame as like what I was going for, obviously, but in my different style. So a kame got killed, like a kame, but I kept doing my different style. My style, like, to describe it, is more, I like accentuate, I don't know if that's the right word, like, in terms of like the lips and like the nose. That's like one of my key things that like I keep consistent is the nose and the lips. That's one of like the features. Some people like to draw characters with bigger eyes. Some people like to draw, you know, blush under the eyes and stuff. My thing is just like I draw like, I kind of focus more on the nose and the lips, and I kind of like shade them to the like best of my ability. But yeah, because over time I kind of like developed that style of it. This one, Loki came out kind of weird a little bit because she looks terrifying. But I drew it after like this girl as a reference. I saw on Pinterest. Pinterest literally has like the best references, by the way. And then a random girl with like iPhone charger and stuff. And then yeah, another girl. But yeah. And then, yeah, just more outfits and stuff. I try to be more have more of a variety when I draw stuff. And then there's kind of like more of a meme page. This meme is hilarious, by the way. But yeah. And then, yeah, it's more like referencing I drew from someone else. But yeah. This is more like a sketch page. So everything here is kind of BS except like this one's kind of like decent. And then this one came out pretty good in my opinion because it's more, out of all like the pages I've done, it's probably the more diverse in terms of like characters and stuff. So like the first page that I didn't draw, full page I didn't draw, where like none of them are like straight haired characters. Like this one obviously has like coarse hair, like, and then this character has coarse hair, and obviously this character, you know, has dreads and stuff. This character has more like wavy, frizzy hair, kind of. But yeah, there's that. But yeah. And I have a tendency to, I realize like nowadays, to draw my characters with like heavy eyebrows and like more thicker eyebrows. For me, I personally find that like aesthetically pleasing, people with like thicker eyebrows. And this one's random too, sour cream Pringles, which is low-key the best kind of Pringles, I'm not gonna lie. Either that or salt and vinegar Pringles. Those are like two best Pringles, in my opinion. They're random. And then I also have one thing I kind of fail on is when I draw a head, I kind of draw the body sometimes, a lot of times, like pretty small. So like the head will be like the same size as the torso, which doesn't make sense. Unless it's like a stylistic approach, but for me that's by accident. But I think it's because I focus on the head and I try to draw everything else right after I'm done with the head, instead of just drawing the head and sketching out everything together. And then I was trying to like use Deku as a reference. You can clearly see right here, but it doesn't look anything like him, but you can see by the hair and the freckles, the random eyes. I drew from something else. And then, yeah, these are pretty recent. These are probably like from months back. I try to draw Gojo, but like, you know, if you know, you know, I'm not gonna spoil the manga or anything, in case anybody else sees this. And then I just drew random stuff. This person has the mask, I forgot what they call it. And this one's the meme. First date, me versus her and stuff. It was a meme with like some Asian girl, some like, she looks, I'm assuming she's either like Korean or something. And she was posing in a mirror with like a different outfit, and then just like, the other one was like Chief Keef in this bathroom. Wearing like baggy jeans and like the 2012 fit, typical Chief Keef fit. So I just drew that. I kind of like drawing memes, so I'm making them come to life. Not come to life, but you know, just drawing memes. Kind of a breath of fresh air compared to like just drawing like the same things over and over. But yeah, this one ironically I think came out like, I like this one a lot personally because actually I think I did a better job than I thought I would. But yeah. There's that. Yeah. I might ignore this. I'm taking like a picture of it for myself. But yeah. Now we're getting into the last stages of my sketchbook. In terms of my sketchbook, you know, there's a lot. And this one's only like a little bit left. So this one I drew like a couple months ago as well. Yeah, this one's kind of more BS. It's not really anything special to look at, just kind of field drawings. And that's why I try to draw like more horror, scary stuff. I suck at expressions. So the best expressions I can do that are kind of terrifying are like evil looking smiley expressions, like this one. But everything else is for expressions. I feel like I need to find more details to put on my characters' faces. This one uses a reference from Shigaraki in the manga from My Hero. But yeah. And then this one, Soul Eater. I like drawing Soul Eater a lot, I'm not gonna lie, because the style that Atsushi Okubo draws is pretty aesthetically pleasing, especially with Soul Eater. I know he does similar with Fire Force, but yeah, I try to draw Maka and then Justin Law. Justin Law is a very interesting character because, I don't know, he's very interesting. It's a very unique kind of character. Like, I've never seen a character act or behave or have like the same type of like, how do I say, like niche archetype or whatever. But yeah, I do Justin Law. I try to do him in my own style as well. So, and also in my style, when I draw dudes, it's more, their face are more, they have more of a jawline, more like a chiseled face, kind of more masculine like features and stuff. And then, but yeah, that's just my like stylistic change to Justin Law, in my opinion. And then that DTK, Death the Kid again. But yeah, as you can see again, my style is like more, I focus more on the nose and the lips. Like if you're gonna see me draw a character, you're gonna see like a big change in the nose and lips. Everything else I'll try to keep kind of like similar to the character style, but as far as nose and lips, that's like the thing I like to change up and keep my way. But yeah, I kind of messed up on the hands here, but, and then that's the one scene from Soul Eater. It was involving him, Black Star, Maka, and Soul, I think. But I just drew him, and his eye right here. But yeah. And then this right here is when I kind of started experimenting with colors. That was also like recently, not too long ago. From now, from this week till like maybe like last month, I kind of like just stopped drawing in general because I was so busy with like stuff and like life going on. But this is probably when I was still drawing like a month before. That's like one of the more recent ones, like a couple months ago. So I started experimenting with colors. Obviously my color theory sucks, but you know, I was like trying and experimenting. It also didn't help. I didn't have like the right colors, so like everything kind of came out kind of weird. But this is supposed to be Maka from Soul Eater, by the way. But yeah, you can see her scythe, and then her sitting on like the scythe, and then different stuff. But yeah, and then you got this more recent ink drawing. I kind of like don't like drawing with this pen as much compared to a ballpoint pen, but you know, it's always refreshing to change it up a bit. As you can see, like my skills with this kind of pen kind of got better. So like this is like 3 random girls and stuff. As compared to like, you know, if I were to draw like this was like, how do I say it? Pick you like a random pick. So like it looked like this. This one was also good too, but it's like kind of different in a way. Everything's more like less mess ups in comparison like to the newer ones. I mean the older ones I used to draw. But yeah, this one's more like you don't really see any like mistakes on the face. I just kind of just drew how I just wanted to, and just came out like closer to how I wanted to, compared to in the past, in the early parts of my sketchbook, where I would just like, you would see more mistakes when it came to using this pen and stuff. But yeah, I don't know what I'm yapping about, but yeah. And then this one was called on also BS as well. Not really the best. I tried to draw, it's supposed to be Gaku from Sakamoto Days, which is a golden manga, by the way. but I try to draw just like his facial structure and stuff. I didn't really try to pay attention to the details of his eyes and stuff. Just kind of draw like a silhouette. And then yeah, and then this as well. I don't know what I did with this. I don't know what the hell that is, but yeah. Just getting to the real late stages, like the real like 2 months ago type deal. I try to focus more on my like shading practice and stuff. Yeah. And this one I drew like not too long ago as well. Yeah. And this one's kind of BS. I just trying to kind of like draw something different. I can see a lot of my character faces are like the same, like bland. Like if you ever read Bleach or watch Bleach, especially the manga, you read it, everybody has the same like face. I call it like the model look, like the very like, just like not lifeless, but just like bland face, like just very, I don't know how to describe it. So yeah, there's that. And then I don't know who I reference here. I think it's just drew random people. But yeah. And then he's back again. Then I drew this. I changed the pen up too because my other ink pen ran out. This pen I wasn't too comfortable with, but I just kind of got used to it. But yeah, it's not very clean. As you can see, my style is very rough. My style is not very refined. Like I hate line art. I rather just draw something and just kind of just go over it with line art and just look best to my ability. So that's why it kind of looks rough. And that's just kind of my style. I'm the type of person where like I would draw a sketch, kind of just go over it again a little bit, and then just kind of paint, and then yada yada yada, and just call that a day and my final post. As opposed to someone who would just go over it, have like a rough sketch, then have like a real sketch, then have like a line art, then have like, you know, then color it and stuff like that. I kind of just I'm like, who cares? So I just kind of like the rough, like kind of. But that's just me. And then draw some poses here. Yeah. My goal is to really just draw poses like 24/7. That's what I really want to get better at and get good at. But yeah. And then yeah, this was more recent as well. Try to get better with expressions. Looks like she's like taking a shit, but yeah, she's like supposed to be screaming or whatever, or I don't even know. I just used a reference. Yeah, and this is supposed to be Nagumo from Sakamoto Days, but on my own style, of course. I'm very stubborn when it comes to following someone's exact style, so I just kind of freestyle it. I just kind of have my general idea of how they look, and then just kind of like freestyle it from there. As you can see again, the nose and the lips, I can just completely change it up. This pose is completely messed up. I messed up on like, it's supposed to be like foreshortening, but I just kind of it's like whatever. Just wanted to draw him, just experiment and just kind of like, just try to draw him. He's one of my favorite characters in the series. Him again in my own style. And I kind of messed up right here, but it's whatever, it's not that bad. And then there's more and more final pages. Yeah. And then this will be the final page actually. And then it's supposed to be Death the Kid, but in a different reference. I use a reference of like a fan art version of Death the Kid. That was kind of accurate, but yeah, it's supposed to be like Death the Kid, but like in a different art style. As you can see, like the little curse marks or lines he has on his mouth, the hair and stuff. But yeah, and then I actually gotta draw more on this page because I didn't finish it. But yeah, and then this would be the last page. As you can see, this isn't even paper. It's just like the last page of the book. But yeah, this is supposed to be one of the panels. Nagumo versus Gaku was like probably one of my favorite scenes in the manga, probably my favorite fight in the manga. But yeah, so I kind of just drew that to the last page. And honestly, that is pretty much it. So that is the end of the sketchbook. So yeah, as you can see, it's all over. And yeah, I gotta start a new one. I have like a couple more sketchbooks too that I started. Like I like 3 more sketchbooks, but this is like the most recent one. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. The tour. I'll kind of just keep this as like a diary for myself, kind of to kind of look back on in case I ever lose this sketchbook and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to say.